Hello, my friends and health warriors. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the world of wellness and nutrition. Today, we're diving into the world of protein powders, a staple for athletes, fitness enthusiasts, and anyone looking to boost their protein intake. Choosing the right protein powder can be a game changer in your fitness and health journey. But with so many options out there, how do you choose the right one for your needs? Stay tuned as we explore the secrets to selecting the perfect protein powder for you. What are the benefits of using protein powder? Protein, as a dietary supplement, is a concentrated source of protein. The recommended intake is between 0.8 grams and 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, depending on age, health status, and level of physical activity. For a 70 kilogram person, the recommended intake is between 56 grams and 140 grams. Due to the requirements for increased protein intake, it is advisable for athletes to stick to an amount of 1.4 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. In this case, for a 70 kilogram athlete, the dose would be somewhere between 98 and 140 grams. But protein powders are not just made for muscle growth. They can also help people who are trying to lose weight while protecting their muscles, as well as people who cannot get enough protein from their food during the day. In this case, protein powder can be very helpful. How do we classify protein powders and which one to choose? Before selecting a protein powder, it's essential to understand what it's made from. It won't surprise you to learn that it's definitely made from protein-rich foods. Based on their raw ingredients, proteins can be divided into animal and plant-based categories. This provides a wide range of options for you to choose a protein powder that meets your goals and needs. There are also special proteins designed for vegans or for people with specific dietary requirements, such as lactose intolerance. Number 1. Animal proteins. Protein powders made from milk are the most popular. They contain a combination of whey protein and casein in a 1:4 ratio. Whey protein is a mix of proteins isolated from whey. Specifically, you can find whey concentrate, isolate, and hydrolysate. If you see 100% whey on the label, you can be sure that whey proteins are the sole protein sources used in the product. The biggest advantage of this type of protein is that it's absorbed faster by the body. Casein proteins are also made from milk, including the recently popular micellar casein. It provides a steady flow of amino acids that build muscles as it digests more slowly. This means it's ideal for reducing appetite and increasing the feeling of fullness. In addition to milk, animal protein powders are also made from beef proteins or eggs, egg albumin. Very rarely, you might come across proteins from chicken or salmon, but their price is usually very high. Therefore, these protein sources are more commonly found as ingredients in multi-component protein powders, meal replacements, or protein bars. Below, we will discuss ways to recognize different types of proteins and how to choose the most suitable one for you. How is whey protein produced? Whey protein is derived from milk, containing 20% whey and 80% casein protein. Interestingly, it takes about 100 liters of cow's milk to produce 1 kilogram of whey protein. To give you a clearer picture of the production process, extracting whey is obtained from cow's milk through coagulation. It's a greenish-yellow liquid, 94% water and 6% dry matter, primarily lactose, about 77%, 10% proteins, and the rest non-protein nitrogen and mineral substances or lipids. Processing whey. This step involves preparing the whey by removing casein protein residues and a significant portion of fats to prevent clogging of filtration membranes. Pasteurization is critical to kill unwanted microorganisms and deactivate certain enzymes. Some minerals that might negatively affect the process are also partially removed. The treated whey is then concentrated through evaporation. Producing whey protein. The primary raw material for powder production is concentrated whey, with casein proteins, fats, lactose, and minerals partially removed. Quality whey protein requires careful filtration, with the filtration degree depending on the size of the pores in the filter membranes. Stages of filtration in whey protein production. Number 1. Microfiltration. This is the lowest and most cost-effective filtration level, commonly used, within which there are two subtypes: cross-flow microfiltration, CFM, and dead-end filtration. Number 2. Ultrafiltration. Number 3. Nanofiltration. Number 4. Reverse osmosis, which is the highest level of filtration. The quality and price of the resulting protein depend on the filtration method used. Whey protein is a complete source of essential amino acids, which the human body needs to obtain daily as it can't produce them independently. Whey protein is the richest natural source of BCAAs and is one of the most researched protein supplements on the market, with over 250 scientific studies on its properties. Whey protein concentrate can contain 35% to 89% proteins. The most common in the market is known as WPC80, a whey protein concentrate with 70% to 80% protein content. Unfortunately, whey protein concentrate has a higher lactose content, which may cause bloating, gas, or stomach discomfort. You can consume 1 to 2 scoops of whey protein concentrate at least 1 hour after your workout to aid in muscle fiber recovery following a strenuous workout. The recommended dose should be dissolved in about 300 milliliters of water. It can also be taken in the morning to halt catabolic processes that occur overnight, and during the day to increase your daily protein intake, especially if you are unable to obtain sufficient protein from your diet. Whey protein concentrate is suitable for strength athletes who take it post-workout to accelerate recovery. Strength athletes who can consume it at any time of the day to achieve optimal protein intake. Endurance athletes and other sports people who take it post-workout for faster recovery. Endurance athletes and other sports people who can consume it at any time for optimal protein intake. Individuals are trying to lose weight and need to increase their protein intake. People are recovering from injuries. Anyone wanting to consume quality, affordable protein. Whey isolate is produced similarly to whey concentrate but involves additional processing steps. After producing whey concentrate, it undergoes extra filtration, resulting in an isolate with a higher protein content, about 90 to 94%, but lower sugar and fat levels. This filtration also removes much of the lactose, averaging about 2 grams per 100 grams of product. Whey isolate is a high-quality protein suitable for demanding users and those with dairy sugar digestion issues. The ideal time to consume whey protein isolate is immediately post-workout, using 1 to 2 doses dissolved in about 300 to 400 milliliters of water or milk. On non-training days, it's best taken in the morning upon waking, but it can also be consumed at other times of the day, as part of a meal or when regular meals aren't possible. Whey protein isolate is suitable for strength athletes focus on maximum recovery. Bodybuilders and athletes monitor every gram of fat and sugar intake. Individuals on strict diets. Those seeking the best protein to aid in weight loss. People with lactose intolerance. Those looking for the purest, concentrated source of protein. How is whey hydrolysate produced? Whey hydrolysate is produced by further processing whey concentrate or isolate, in particular using the hydrolysis process. This is done by adding ingredients to the original protein that enzymatically break the protein chains into shorter peptides. These are more easily absorbed by the body than proteins made up of long-chain amino acids. This can be beneficial, for example, for athletes after a workout who want to start the recovery process as quickly as possible, if they have another workout planned for the same day. With hydrolysates, you will also often see the designation degree of hydrolysis, which contains a number. This number indicates how much of the protein has been broken down. The higher the number, the more bonds are broken, and therefore the protein is digested faster. We'll give you an idea of what the usual values are. The highest possible degree of hydrolysis is DH32. If you come across a protein like this, rest assured that it is the most digestible protein. But you may also come across DH5, which means the percentage of broken bonds is lower. Because of the split, hydrolysate is usually a good alternative for those who are allergic to cow's milk protein. Because when the protein is hydrolyzed, it loses its potential to cause an allergic reaction. Whey hydrolysate usually contains about 70 to 85% protein. Hydrolyzed whey is suitable for strength athletes seeking maximum recovery, strength athletes who want protein with an even higher level of absorption, people who suffer from lactose intolerance, people who have an allergy to cow's milk. What is the correct way to take whey protein? For whey protein, a dose of 0.25 to 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight is usually recommended. If you don't want to do the math, you won't go wrong if you take between 20 and 40 grams of protein daily. The upper limit of 40 grams of protein is especially appreciated by athletes after a grueling full-body strength workout, when the body's need for protein is even higher. Micellar casein. Micellar casein is extracted from freshly skimmed cow's milk. It is the most popular and highest quality form of casein, produced by a milk microfiltration process. Thus, micellar casein usually contains 70 to 80% protein, which is gradually absorbed at a rate of approximately 6 grams per hour. This is due to the fact that it possesses specific spherical structures called micelles, which cause a longer absorption period. This is why casein has rightly earned the nickname night protein. This type is not suitable for people who expect a fast-absorbing protein powder. It is actually much sought after by people who are trying to aid their muscle growth and aim to increase their muscle protein production at night, as this type of protein powder is digested slowly. Micellar casein is suitable for combined with a protein that is quickly absorbed, whey concentrate or isolate. It can be consumed by athletes who do not eat for at least 2 hours after training. For athletes and anyone else who wants to provide their body with enough protein at night. For people who want to provide their body with enough protein during an extended fast. Egg protein. Eggs are one of the most popular sources of protein among strength athletes. Raw protein powder, egg albumin, is obtained by drying pasteurized, short-term heating, hen egg whites. Egg albumin is a complete protein that contains all 9 essential amino acids. It generally contains 60 to 80% high-quality protein. The advantage of egg protein is that it has a good amino acid spectrum. Right after whey, egg albumin has the highest leucine content. Leucine plays a very important role in protein synthesis. This makes it one of the most valuable sources of protein in general. Another advantage of egg protein is that it can be consumed at any time of the day. Like beef protein, egg protein is suitable for people who are lactose intolerant. However, if we compare them, we will find that egg protein is better because its amino acid spectrum is also more favorable. Beef protein. Beef protein is another popular protein for those with lactose intolerance. Beef protein is made from fat and cholesterol-free veal or from veal collagen, which has a specific amino acid spectrum. It is a very good source of branched-chain amino acids and creatine. Creatine helps to increase energy in the muscles and, therefore, helps to build muscle mass. Beef protein is very suitable for athletes who practice strength sports due to its high content of iron and B-group vitamins. Beef protein is one of the most absorbable sources of protein in the body. This means that it is absorbed quickly, has a high bioavailability, and does not overload our digestive system. It is suitable for people who want to include a high-quality protein source in their diet, or who have digestive problems, and cannot use other very common protein supplements. You can take beef protein in the morning, before and after workout. Animal protein matrix. As the name implies, multi-component protein is made up of several protein sources. Animal multi-component proteins often combine whey concentrate, isolate, hydrolyzed protein, or micellar casein. With such a combination, the final protein has better qualities. If you manage to get a combination of whey concentrate and casein, you will get a protein powder that is absorbed both slowly and quickly. The combination of these ensures a quick and gradual release of quality protein to the muscles. This will work for you in situations where you want to start the recovery process as quickly as possible after a workout, but you know you won't be able to get a solid meal in a few hours. Recommended dosage of animal protein. The recommended dosage for animal protein is 0.25 to 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight. But if you don't want to think about calculating the dose, you won't go wrong if you take 20 to 40 grams of protein powder. The upper limit is 40 grams of protein, and is recommended for athletes who train with weights, because the amount of protein needed for them is higher. Plant-based proteins. Plant-based protein powders are made from a variety of plant sources. The most common are soybeans, peas, rice, and hemp seeds. Their main advantage is that lactose-intolerant people tolerate them very well. Such protein powders are especially popular among vegans and people who eat meat, but want to diversify their diet, or prefer plant-based proteins to reduce their carbon footprint. The bad thing about these proteins is that they are harder to digest than animal proteins, and also contain a smaller spectrum of amino acids. This means that their quality is lower than that of animal proteins. Fortunately, this is not a major problem. Simply take a 30 to 40% higher dose of plant protein or combine different sources of plant protein. It is important to combine appropriate sources of plant protein. In addition, to increase the absorption of amino acids in plant proteins, you can add probiotics. Before using plant protein, keep in mind that it tastes different from whey protein, and you may not even like it. Get a sample to try different flavors, and choose the one that suits you best. Soy protein. Soy protein is one of the most popular proteins for vegans and vegetarians. Soy protein is made from white soy particles. These are made by peeling and degreasing soybeans. The hulls are then ground into flour, which contains around 50 to 54% protein. The next step is to remove flavorings and sugar, resulting in a concentrate that contains approximately 65 to 70% protein. Even after this, further processing may be required in the form of other processes, such as fiber removal and sterilization, resulting in soy isolate. It can contain more than 90% protein, but is usually around 85%. Its main advantage is that its essential amino acid content is very similar to that of whey protein. It is much closer to the highest quality whey protein. This is why it is so popular with vegans, especially those who exercise and eat only plant-based foods. Soy protein is also rich in biologically active compounds, such as soy lecithin and soy isoflavones. Soy lecithin protects the liver, improves brain function, normalizes fat metabolism, and helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Soy isoflavones protect against cancer and maintain normal hormone levels. In addition, soy protein increases the production of thyroxine, T4, a thyroid hormone that helps speed up metabolism, which in turn can help reduce fat. However, some people may find that soy protein powders tend to contain more sugar than whey protein and can cause digestive problems and bloating. Soy protein isolate can be taken after exercise, or at any time of the day when we need a source of protein. Due to its rapid absorption, it is not suitable for use as a nighttime protein. Pea protein. Pea protein is usually made from yellow peas, which are high in fiber and contain 8 of the 9 essential amino acids. Pea protein is a relatively good alternative to whey protein, as it contains high levels of leucine. Leucine is considered one of the most important amino acids for muscle growth. Pea protein is hypoallergenic, making it suitable for people with dairy or egg allergies. Rice protein. Rice protein is produced from brown rice grains. They are milled, and the enzymes they contain are used to separate the protein from the natural starch. Compared to whey protein, rice protein contains less protein and takes longer to digest. The main amino acid in rice protein is lysine, but it is present in small amounts. To make up for this deficiency, it is better to get it from other sources, preferably pulses. Rice protein and pea protein can be combined well because of their amino acid content. The protein content varies from product to product, but it is usually between 50 and 78%. You may also find different proportions of carbohydrates and fats in these proteins. Hemp protein. Hemp protein is made from hemp seeds, which are pressed and ground into a fine powder. It is a good source of omega-3 fatty acids and some essential amino acids. Hemp protein usually contains around 50% protein, which is a relatively low amount compared to whey protein. The amino acid profile is not the best either. Although hemp protein contains a relatively high amount of tyrosine and arginine, it contains a low amount of lysine and leucine compared to whey protein. However, hemp protein is easily and quickly digested and is therefore becoming an increasingly popular choice for exercising vegans and people with a healthy lifestyle. Hemp protein is suitable for vegans, vegetarians, and people with lactose intolerance. People who want to supplement their diet with plant-based protein. Chefs who want to enrich their meals with vegetable protein. People who want to increase their protein intake. Multi-component plant protein. In recent years, multi-component proteins, which are a combination of 2 or more different protein sources, have become extremely popular. Multi-component vegetable protein powders are a good choice. In fact, the different plant sources from which it is made can compensate for the reduced amino acid content, creating a protein with a much more beneficial spectrum of amino acids. When choosing a multi-ingredient protein, you should always read the ingredients to find out exactly which protein sources make up the product you have chosen. Often, vegan proteins come in the form of multi-ingredient protein blends of soy, pea, and hemp protein. Plant protein powders are an excellent choice for athletes looking to build and maintain muscle mass or improve recovery after exercise. They are also suitable for people who want to lose weight and are looking for ways to supplement their diet with high-quality protein. If you also want to try a vegetable protein, you can choose a soy protein, a multi-ingredient protein, or a combination of different vegetable proteins. An excellent choice would be a combination of rice and pea protein. If you want to get the most out of plant proteins, you can increase the dosage of the mixture, or add probiotics to increase their beneficial properties. Recommended intake of plant protein powder. It is recommended that you take a higher dose of vegetable protein than animal protein. You could use a 40-gram scoop to fill it to the top. Thanks for joining us in unraveling the mystery of protein powders. Remember, the right choice can significantly enhance your fitness journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful fitness tips. Keep pushing your limits and staying healthy. Until next time.